Hello, Andy. This is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm sweating like a pig.
Hello, Dave here, One Up Gaming. Gonna have a quick review of the Evercade EXP. Now, the Evercade EXP is the third console released by the Evercade. First one was like the first handheld, and then they did the Evercade. I can't remember what the hell Versus, wasn't it? The Evercade Versus, which was like the more of the console version of the system, and you could have like control pads with that and play it on a main sort of TV. They all play the little cartridges that you can see around this image, and yeah, it's a nice little thing. It's a good little collection. So anyway, Evercade EXP. It comes with the IRAM cartridge and 18 Capcom games built into the machine. So this is just some lovely artwork from Capcom. And yeah, so Evercade EXP, retro gaming leveled up. Can't even speak still. I'm feeling a lot better than I was. This one was ordered from Funstock, so I will leave their little card for you all to have a quick look at. And with this, you can get 5% off if you buy 3 cards, or 10% off when you buy 5 cartridges at one go. So go check funstock.co.uk. So it came with a little pouch carry casey thing. You're not supposed to put this many cartridges in, but I thought I'd stuff it in just to make it look a bit weird. So there's the EXP. So if anyone hasn't seen the original, this EXP version looks like... Anyone remember when there's the original, the Evercade, the original? So to me, it's as if when Nintendo did the 3DS to the 3DS Lite. Not 3DS. The DS. From the DS to the DS Lite, you know, it went a lot more nice, like Apple-esque sort of styling of the machine. So the screen has gotten a big upgrade. Resolution's a lot better. All the little bits look nice on the machine. So there's the Capcom built-in games. So a few of these take into consideration the new, is it tape mode or tate mode? I have no idea how you pronounce it. It's never really been a big thing in my understanding, but you get the classics like Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting. Now, it might be me, but I wish that they'd have included like a Super Street Fighter 2 or a Street Fighter Alpha, one of the other Street Fighter sort of games. Because Street Fighter 2, yes, it's iconic, but looking back on it now, it just doesn't quite play as well as you remember it playing. You know, it's a little bit clunky, it's a little bit stilted, animation's not of the best, but still, to be included within the collection, it's a nice little bonus. So the buttons feel nice, and unlike the original handheld from Evercade, it's actually now got 2 shoulder buttons, so 2 top shoulder buttons and then 2 little triggers below them. And there is a little bit of movement in the trigger, so it feels not too bad. The face buttons are nice. The D-pad's a nice D-pad. Overall, it's a nice little console. Final Fight, one of the best brawling, beat 'em up sort of games that you could buy. I still think this one's better than the Streets of Rage and all that kind of thing. But I do love Final Fight. So on this machine, it's just good that they released all these sort of games. So I'm not really going to play that many games, I'm just going to talk as I put some things on in the background, just so you can sort of see what the games sort of look like. So 1942, one of the old classics. Is it 1984? So I was 3 years old when this came out. So as you can see, that's how you'd normally play the game. Very, very small screen. But with this, you can press a button and it rotates the screen round, and then you can use the D-pad and those two buttons there to play the game as it was like meant to be played, like a long vertical sort of screen, which is pretty cool. It really is. I do like the idea. It's weird because it's like a little bit top heavy just because of how the machine is made, but you can see that the game does work and it looks spiffing on this nice screen. But you can also just play it as a normal sort of handheld. I say normal handheld, you know what I mean, like on the normal sort of screen as you'd play. But yeah, go to the iRoom collection. In the Hunt, I remember having this game on the Sega Saturn. So that's how old I am. So yeah, Sega Saturn. Great little shoot 'em up game. So this is not a vertical shooter, it's a side-scrolling shooter. Similar to the sort of R-type sort of game. But you're a submarine, you can shoot up above and also like shoot under the water as well. So it's a little bit, it's just different. It looks gorgeous though, it looks absolutely stunning. I love the art and the animation on this game. Can't wait to see more games take advantage of this little machine. I love the fact that each cartridge is about, depending on the games, like the Atari 2600 sort of series, I think they've got about 20 games on each cartridge. The ones that have more like PS1 style games, they might only have like 6 games on. But it's nice to have a physical cartridge in a box that you pay 15-20 quid for one of these sort of cartridges, and it's all numbered, all collection, and they know what they're doing. People are idiots, they will collect things with numbers on, and yeah, it's a great little thing. It's one of the best new things that I've bought in a long time. And don't get me wrong, it's not as if I've actually played it that much. Now, I wanted to give this a quick go, because from what you can see on these buttons, the L1 and the L2 and the R2 buttons do functions, because it was like a PS1 game. And from what I can understand, the Evercade EXP came out and it hasn't been fully optimized with the buttons yet. So they're basically sort of saying that a lot of the functions of those buttons just don't work yet. So I thought I'd give it a quick go with a couple of PS1 sort of games, and just to see if the update's been updated or not. If the update's been updated, if the firmware's been updated or not. I remember playing Actua Soccer thinking this was the future of this. Just everything, it looked amazing. Very, very sort of like stilted and not very good now. But I guess playing it with the proper buttons and the proper controllers and that, it could still play well. We'll have a look. You forget how long these sort of games take to load. Here we go, look at that. Look at the beast. Look at the beast. Anyway, subscribe to us, please. Just oneupgaming.co.uk. Visit the website, the YouTube channel. Yeah, here we go. The trigger buttons don't do a thing on this game. So that was the thing I wanted to try out to see if that did actually do anything. And the trigger buttons still don't function as intended, which is a shame. It's a real shame. Just an oversight, I guess, because there's only a couple of games that really work with the thing. So there's how quickly it gets out of the games. And then I thought I'd give the other PS1 game a go, which is the Hardcore 4x4. But yeah, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Got over 2,000 subscribers now, which is cool. Visit the website oneupgaming.co.uk. We're on Facebook. You can tweet us at OUGofficial. Email us at contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. I guess I can talk about what we do. Every Monday we have a Gran Turismo 7 series up and running. I'm going to start doing a Football Manager 23 mobile sort of series. Going to start that soon. We do other things like the Worst Games Ever series. We do the Ridge Racer 6 series. We do Star Trek Online. We do a weekly podcast. And then we do the weekly sort of like games we've been playing and the weekly news section. And the podcast itself on iTunes goes out every Sunday. So yeah, so here we go, playing the quick go Hardcore 4x4. I remember playing this when I was little, thinking it looked amazing, and it looks pretty shocking, pretty janky now. I love the Psygnosis sort of one, because they had like monster trucks and roll cage and Wipeout. They had loads of amazing racing games. But I guess they're owned by Sony, and Sony might not want to support them. So yeah, the two trigger buttons on this one again don't do anything. So I think we are just waiting for an official update to the firmware just to get these buttons to be working. So I had to include Sensible Software's game. Buy the John Hare t-shirt. It's available from our website. Just go to oneupgaming.co.uk, top right hand corner, and there's t-shirts available. I've got some John Hare ones, got some just John Hare pictures of his face, which is pretty cool. Thanks for John for letting us do that. And yeah, I will just finish this video by just letting you watch and hear some of the amazing Sensible Software games. So I think we play Sensible Soccer, I think we play Megalomania, and we play a bit of Cannon Fodder, I think. I can't remember what we do now. But yeah, so it's been me, David, One Up Gaming. I will say that this Evercade EXP, the sound's a little bit tinny, not as good as I'd thought. The screen's nice, the buttons are nice, the gameplay, the possibilities of it all is nice. I didn't have a problem with the cartridges going into the cartridge slot, so I don't know if it's just some people complaining that the early run cartridges, like the first few of the old cartridges, were very tight getting into the actual console, so I don't know why that would be. I know there was the black limited edition black version of the Evercade EXP, which hundreds of thousands, thousands of units got stolen, which I don't know how believable that is, to be fair, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Megalomania, another amazing game. Like John, when you first started off, mate, in the 16-bit era, it was a sweet spot. These 3 games, Cannon Fodder, Sensible Soccer, and Megalomania, all 3 amazing, brilliant games. Some of my all-time favourites. But yeah, so Evercade EXP, it's an amazing little handheld. 150 quid, very expensive, but a nice bit of kit. I love the fact you can collect physical cartridges. I love the fact they all come with little tiny colour manuals. And it's just fun. I'd forgotten how well this sort of thing could be. I remember, like, now it's just turn the Xbox on, see what's on sale, pick up some rubbish stuff that I never touch. Whereas this, at least, you can have a little collection, you can put a little shelf, or put a display up, things like that. So, yeah, I would easily recommend it. I think the Tate mode is a bit of a novelty. It's just a bit of stupidity, to be honest. I think the Atari Lynx did that mode as well, so you could play some games vertical screen. So it's not even like a brand new feature for a handheld. But Evercade, I think you're doing an amazing job with all this sort of stuff. Yeah, I'd easily recommend it. Great little games console. Love the cartridges, love the games. Just, I'd love to see an Amiga collection. I'd love to see more racing games, more fighting games. I think we are starting to get a lot more shoot 'em ups, which I love shoot 'em ups. I thought I'd be a bit stupid and put this in Tate mode so you can just see how silly the idea could be. So it just spins the screen around on any game. But anyway, David here, One Up Gaming, saying thank you all. Goodbye.